So we're keeping on the point of view train. So we're going to be watching probably the best Poseidon, at least in contention for best Poseidon. It's going to be Mosca, who he plays a pretty mean Poseidon. He is going to be up against Bones, who is Kido on the FuXi. So we'll see what happens here. I think when we definitely had a Mosca point of view before, and when he played Poseidon, it was on Ghost Lake, and he went for 3 TCs. I don't expect this right now, because this is the map step, and he's against FuXi. But you never know. You never know what his opponent's going to do. And this is a kind of an interesting matchup, because Poseidon likes cavalry, and FuXi has an anti-cavalry minor god, where basically he just says, nope, you're not going to build those, and if you do build them, I'm going to slow them down like crazy, and you're basically just not going to have a good time. So I want to see what Mosca does. Often in these kind of matchups, so we've watched him play against Gaia, which is another annoying matchup for the Poseidon. And he went... What did he go? He went Ares. So I don't know if he'll go Ares in this, or whether he'll just stick to the Hermes. That's pretty good anyway. Mosca sees a Chinese player and goes 3 TCs. It's crazy. Let's see. I have no idea. This game was played like 10 minutes ago, or finished 10 minutes ago. So there was no chance to see what actually goes on. So I don't know. It'd be pure speculation. Mosca plays super clean macro. Yeah, this is the thing. Is his macro is ridiculous. It's absolutely on point. He plays a bit of AoE too, at least on occasion. I've seen him stream AoE 2, and I don't know what level he was on that, but it looked pretty good to me. To be honest, I've been getting into AoE 2, like not playing it but watching it. I think it's a nice time because they get a nice Red Bull tournament. Where's our Red Bull tournament? That's what I want to know. It was literally down the road from me. It's in London. Oh well. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're watching this game, and it is going to be Hermes. Mosca's going to go Hermes, kind of standard. It doesn't mean that you need to go pure Hippias, and that's it when you go Hermes. So I think it's just an all-round good god. Also, later on in the game, say this game goes like 50 minutes or something crazy, not 50 minutes, but 45 minutes, whatever. 5 minutes less. Then you still want those Hippias for the Mythic Age late game, because it's less, the slowing halberdiers don't matter as much. So I just think it is strong. Yeah, I was going to say, he needs to delete this storehouse. This storehouse is just stitching him up like crazy. Just build a new one. 50 wood, whatever. You're going to get that back. It looks like heroes increase damage as they lose HP. It's the only relic that's been found. That's pretty good for Mosca if he wants it. It'd be annoying if the FuXi gets it to deal with centaurs, if that's what he wants to go for. Hey, Neymar, welcome in. We need to do more team games again. When you wrecked me. When you wrecked me when I was playing Japan. We need to do more of those. Another one. Thunderclad Shawl, which is the Pierce armor, is a bit better for everybody involved. Nah, I would be very shocked if he went 3 TCs in this. It's just, I know that if there's ever an option to go 3 TCs, Mosca takes it every single time. Yeah, I like playing the team games. They are fun. And lure on this back spot are going to be Atalanta coming out for Mosca. He's going archery range show, not double stable. He does want an answer to those halberdiers. Also checking the second TC over here, even though it looks like a kind of a later advance time from the FuXi. He doesn't need to advance that early if he doesn't want to. He did have a disgusting gold mine though, so there was potential for Mosca to come in and maybe just get one pop shot off with his centaur. But by the time Atalanta gets over, it's a quick enough advance time to be scared off there. Imperial Academy comes down, and a Yatza comes out as well. So it's going to be Narjar coming out at some point, and the Yatza combo potentially. So centaurs, at least very early on, are probably not going to be the option, which is something you can do instead of the archery range, is go the stable for the Hippias, and then you go your archer backline unit as the centaurs. But against FuXi, I just don't see it working out in your favor, to be honest. So the Toxotes, even showing the Toxotes too, It isn't like he's hiding this just to bring out 5 to deal with the halberdiers. He's like, no, I am going to go Toxotes, and that is going to be the case. We'll see how good Mosca's micro is here, but I don't think he's going to really bother that much with the centaur. He's going to try and get as much damage as he can from it, but if it goes down, I mean, it isn't the end of the world, considering he's just against a load of pioneers. It is nice to get the damage, just that initial special off, so if you can get the special off and just keep running away, I think that's a good usage of the centaur if you really want to get max value out of that fella. Then we've got buildings, vulnerability to crush a little bit better. Buildings stronger. Yeah, Step is Step is a 1TC map. Now we were just saying earlier that Mosca is he likes his town centers. Oh yeah, just go 5. Why even stop? Why even stop at 2 or 3? But no. For anyone wondering why this is a 1TC map, or definitely not a 3, is just look at these gold mines. They are all so far away from the main base. It's absolutely ridiculous. And 9 times out of 10, making that stat up, but the gold mine spawns on the front. Gold mine spawns on the front so often, it's not even funny. This is as defensive as the gold mines really get, where having a wood line semi-close to it. Normally, it's just you need to build everything around it, and definitely learn from these players of where you want to drop your buildings. Drop your temple right in front of the gold mine. A couple of buildings. Could even go for a cheeky 21 gold. It's probably about a 20, 24 gold wall here to get your gate in, and all is good. But it looks like Mosca, he kind of did do the AoE 2 thing, which is run forward with all of your archers and then chill back. So comes back, looks to defend, and sitting back, getting his husbandry, and sitting here on his starting food. Doesn't want to over push, which is interesting because he has a decent amount of units. Potentially wants to go up to the next stage. Just looking macro-wise, he's got enough very, very soon to drop an armory or market. He did have. What do you spend that on? Ah, he spent it on an armory. It must have just hit the wrong hotkey. So armory is going to get dropped down, and it is going to be a heroic age through for Mosca. So he has the 2 choices. He can go into having his cavalry be even stronger with Dionysus, with the bronze and the hydras and the whatevers, or he can decide to go Aphrodite. Curse just gives a decent amount of value. It can be a nice option. He already has Ceasefire to counter the lightning weapons, which is going to be a nice option. Maybe you don't want... If you do go the bronze kind of way, then you want to use your bronze in a way when lightning weapons is probably already gone. Lightning weapons is a lot shorter than it used to be, though. That was the case when the game, or when China was first out. His lightning weapons was like 20 seconds or 25 seconds, and he's basically wasted half your bronze otherwise. But it is going to be Aphrodite. Thracian Horses is crazy strong Mythic Age. Yeah, it's like, he is the super late game pick, for sure. But I think Aphrodite, her Divine Blood is definitely not underrated. I don't think people underrate it, but it's something that is very, very strong. Getting those fortresses up quicker, getting all those buildings up quicker. If you want to go for Poseidon late game spam, also just spamming up buildings to get all your militias out, then Aphrodite's a good shout, just to get all of those out quicker. She can go up to Zeus favor gather rate with the golden apples. And from what turned could have been a very early aggressive game. Don't know whether that makes sense. Anyway, the aggression early, it's kind of falled back into both players going for fast heroic. So there's going to be Gomang as well halfway through for Kido. And the armory house, just doing a little wall here. There's no reason to put a normal wall down with a gate. Just spend resources for that, because there's no reason to walk through here, really. So, lovely placement of those buildings. And there's more buildings going to be dropped down. There is also a military academy, going to be 2 of everything, basically. Hypaspis on the way, of course. Hypaspis, such a great answer. And it is going to be Divine Blood straight away. Look at this. So it is 20% speed for villagers. It's going to keep moving around. Build rate plus 15%, which is nice. And basically, you carry extra resources, which is what it is. I don't think that really matters too much. I think it used to matter on the old game when your farmers would waddle around and be crazy, but it doesn't really make any difference now. But still. Nice. It's a nice to have. Less walking, less villagers bumping. Why not? Now, what is Mosca going to do here? What's his gold mine looking like? So he's got 700 left in his gold mine, and it's 10 minutes in. So Kido is going to be looking for his gold mine pretty soon also. So it looks like Mosca does want to get the jump on him. He doesn't want Kido to be able to get a forest protection up on a Baolei, because that's going to feel bad. It's going to be very, very difficult to siege into, especially with the units he's got without any Petropolis. So doesn't want that to go up for free, which he wants to be able to stop at some point. Looks like there's a Catastropus using his patrol on these two gold mines. Sick play. On this side, this is just too far away. It's very unlikely. I know some players do really go for these, and Kido is probably one of those guys that does sneak the gold mines, but maybe even just send a unit periodically over here. But you can assume this is the one that he's going for. Mosca is kind of waiting, though. Obviously, he does want his own gold mine. This would be a sick place to drop a fortress of his own, secures some spotted deers. Basically, the exact same spot that Kido has up this side. Mosca going to move forward. Sees nothing on the gold mine. So no gold mine yet. And sitting in the perfect spot. He knows that the guy might do the cheeky, so he's also going to get somebody to patrol these couple of gold mines. I mean, this one is extremely unlikely, so there's no point looking at that. And Mosca is just going to, I assume, mass units up here. He's going to have a nice fight if he wants to drop his curse. He's going to have an advantage if they're equal dudes, equal upgrades, which they should be if they're just going all out to secure their next gold mine. Looks like the Tao Wus are going to come in. Tao Wu Yatza, that is a great shout from Kido up against someone that just doesn't have many heroes. Unfortunately, one Tao Wu gets caught out, so nice play from Mosca, capitalizing on that one. But pretty much unupgraded everything. Already got the Prodromus out, expecting the White Horse Cavalry. So there is a castle, a Baolei sat back in Kido's base somewhere. So that's less resources that he has really to defend this later on. So you do have to keep that in the back of your mind. But it does mean he has some strong units out. So Prodromus going to be getting their medium upgrades. And Thracian horses not in. But they do have their upgrade to kind of heal the boys up. Thracian horses coming through now. Just such a great upgrade to get the extra speed. Attack is obviously nice, but the main thing there is that extra speed to come through. The Prodromus are so quick anyway. They're already 6.3 speed. And there is a machine workshop coming up. I thought that was a cheeky Baolei being shoved up in the front. Pegasus does spot the machine workshop going up. Thank you, Isomato, for the raid. I hope you're getting that top 50 like you're after. The Pegasus goes down, but looks like Kido is kind of defending his base with things that aren't a Baolei, because he has a Baolei back in his main base, doesn't want to spend those resources, so I assume getting the machine workshop with the tower upgrade could be a potential option against all these hippies and stuff. Close to top 50. It's all right, you get them next time. To be fair, if you take out everybody's second account, then you're top 50. And Kido has those very scary halberdiers. As soon as you see them wailing their kind of stick around and it's blue lightning, like something out of Star Wars, then you know that your horses just need to keep away from that. You need your Hippaspis in there. They are now medium. Oh, looks like they are. Looks like they are. You have some great little emotes, little frozen dudes. Assume the Catastropus is just going to sit here and chill. Potentially another Pegasus coming out. I think that's the free one that keeps kind of respawning. Mosca not going for his golden apples or really going crazy on the favor at all. But this is how good these fast horses are. 6.9 speed. You can just dive in, kind of have a look at what's going on. I really rate it. I played Susano a little bit the other day, and his super fast little fox dudes to just nip in, have a little munch, have a little look around of what's going on is so valuable, because anything that counters them or wants to kill them off, they just can't catch up. Now the hippies are here, they are a little bit slower, but still 6.3 speed, so no slouches, and it looks like Mosca's going mythic. Artemis pre-queued. There is a fortress back here, as we said, probably will be. So Kido has secured his gold mine. And Mosca just needs to keep dancing around. Just basically force Kido into, or try to force him to building more stuff. I mean, maybe he knows how Mosca plays. A lot of these top guys, they are good at hitting their timings of their mythic ages and such. But showing that he's got a lot of units that he could be attacking with. I mean, the only other option, not only other option, but one other option to sit in this age is bring over some of these Petrobolus. And they're so slow. It's going to be very, very difficult to really get the value there. Kind of, they've got to roll all the way along to this position to take out wherever the Baulé is, which is a little bit rough. So I think the Mythic Age is a good shout. It is 2 minutes away, though. 2 minutes till Artemis comes in. And I think Mosca will be spamming out the units after this as well. As we said, his eco is always on point. So hitting that age very nicely. We shouldn't be able to see what's going on because we are point of view, but it looks like there is a pre-queue of Mythic Age from Kido as well. Got the cheap market coming in. And there is going to be a need for Mosca to grab another gold mine at some point. He's about halfway done with this one. These are all his. So if he can get a fortress down somewhere around this position, depending on where he wants to go, maybe here, maybe this side, get a couple of walls up, like a wall here would be really, really valuable. If he can manage to do that, it's going to be all his gold mines secured. And this quick Artemis coming through, like, yes, he can just Earthquake the Baulé, run in, try and get some damage done. But if his gold mine is 2k left in it, then you've just got to assume that your opponent is very similar. Maybe Mosca's gone a little bit harder on the gold mine, but then Kido, he does have access to his Quafu and things like that. He does need to spend the gold. So you would assume it's probably pretty similar. Most of the civs spend gold at a pretty similar rate. It's the Norse and the Egyptians that kind of spam their gold out. Everyone else is pretty much the same. The villagers are going to come down, and a nice wall on this side. Securing the easiest one to start with. Not a bad shout. Looks like the Catoscopus was doing his patrol, has spotted the silo go up, so he's running away so that this guy can be in range for the earthquake. And I think Mosca is just waiting. He's got that 175 pop. Also, yeah, he is just getting all the upgrades he can. So bronze weapon's going to come in to deal more damage, as much damage as he can. The other thing he can do is do it in the main base. If your opponent's maybe going fast mythic, then an earthquake is going to stop that one. There's no way to see it. Oh, I think he's a little bit keen. No, he is perfect timing. So the town center will go down, and it's so close too. I think the town center is going to go down. Definitely does. Back on this side. Now Kido has so many resources to play with. Such a good timing there from that earthquake. It's absolutely perfect. Chimera also spawns in. There is that Baulé. It's going to get forest protection on it. We said how strong forest protection was earlier. There's still no siege out, really. The Nemean Lion, the Chimera are decent siege weapons. And now out comes the bronze weapons. Bronze weapons. The lightning weapons plus forest protection. The CC is ridiculous. It's like tanks and a MOBA. Just stopping all the boys from coming through. And now that forest protection is in, before you get any siege, you just need to attack somewhere else. There's just no point attacking this position. You're just not going to be able to do anything. So there are a couple of Prodromus just having a look up this top side. The gold mine was touched for a little bit. Now the halberdiers kind of chasing them away. It's also on that top side. I'm definitely sure Mosca saw that one. Unfortunately, this Prodromus is going to be losing his life. This is just what happens. If he gets hit once, he's dead. That's why that tech is so broken. Now the siege weapons are in. Heliopolis on this side. There's going to be Polyphemus coming through very, very soon. And I think I saw the poison damage. Yes, the poison Toxotes tech. We barely see Artemis anymore just because Hephaestus is so good. But this poison tech is so good. It's ridiculous. Does have ballistics. So you can just see the amount of damage that this poison does. Absolutely disgusting. And it's going to be pretty scary for Kido to come and really do anything with this. Looks like he does have a second town center somewhere, managing to hit that Huangdi. Huangdi, if he can drop the big dragon on this spot, though, might be able to take out the Toxotes pretty quick with an animation cancel. There's also a lot of White Horse Cavalry as well. Not the best answer, or Mosca does not have the best answer for it. The Prodromus are basically all gone down to those halberdiers. I think the Toxotes are going to have to run away. Hoplites on the backside. Hoplites definitely a good shout. No Ares today, so no divine damage on all those guys. In comes the animation cancel for the Yinglong, and that was definitely a good use of that ceasefire. I saw a thread today, if you still call them threads, on Reddit. A Reddit post, maybe. You have somebody saying that the Nidhogg isn't very good. And that is the exact reason why Nidhogg and Yinglong are really good. If that ceasefire didn't come in, what makes it so strong is you can put it on any position and you can attack before your opponent really knows, and you can get so much damage done. I think they were comparing it to the Phoenix, and it's like the Phoenix, if you can get it somewhere, it's pretty good. But it's so slow, it takes ages to get onto the position, and by the time it gets there, the Toxotes have killed it. The main part that makes that strong is that it can just spawn in anywhere, especially with the animation cancel. Maybe that makes it even stronger. For anyone that doesn't know how to do the animation cancel, there's something called select all myth units or select all on screen. I have mine as alt space. It just works for me. I have all of my things like that on space. So I have space for idle villagers, alt space for everything, control space for heroes. Shift space is something. Shift space is apparently heroes. I don't think it is. Control space is definitely heroes. I think people go crazy too. People go like, they have everything. They have select all Toxotes or whatever, and everything in between. I haven't set any of those up. Maybe it'd be worth it. Pegasus is coming to have a look up this top side. Mosca is also deciding to get a little bit more favor. I guess he's just really not spending it. But still no golden apples, though. Definitely rate that tech. Yeah, the Yinglong, he's a little bit tankier than the Nidhogg, though. Hippolyta with a ×10 damage. They will eventually be able to take it out. Even in the army, it's pretty scary. I mean, maybe he is a bit better than the Nidhogg anyway. Nice burn from the Chimera. It's sat underneath the fortress. Fortress on this bottom position too that I'm kind of hovering with my mouse. Polyphemus needs to jump in the fortress, although he does tank for absolute days. It's like Kido's got a pretty good counterattack here with his half HP Yinglong on this side. One great counter to these are buildings though. Fortress putting in some work. 500 damage and a dream, and in comes another lightning weapons. There's not enough on the cooldown on the ceasefire is still there. There was enough to use it. Maybe that's why Mosca was saving that 75 favor, but he's still, what is it, 1 minute off? 90 seconds off of that one. So Kido must know his timings, or hoping the Naja Yangjian combo is still a thing. This Naja flame is just ridiculous. It does so much damage. Rather than just hitting with him, you should literally just run the dude around. It's so strong. And yeah, this is one of the things which makes China so good. Mosca is not in the best spot. Maybe he just doesn't have enough buildings. He wants to go pure Toxotes, but he's only got 4 archery ranges. Needs more of those in. You can see how much he's got in the queue. If he just had, instead of, well, he's dropping 6 now. Instead of 4, if he had 8, it'd be so much better for him. Toxotes, they are so slow. So, a little bit rough. Apparently Control Shift A is for... Oh, yeah, I've changed mine. I've changed all my hotkeys. Yinglong is going to be going down. But yeah, there is like a Control Shift G or something, maybe? There is something like that for myth units. Mosca has managed to sneak some Hippias in somewhere. Did he just sneak through this gap? Just run past the bow layer? It's going to be huge. Peasants are weak. They are so weak compared to the other villagers. They go down in so few hits. Not enough armor on them. Obviously make up for that with the Quafus being very tanky. But peasants are weak. So these 4 horses are going to have an absolute field day. All of these villagers just have to run. There's so many, even on this top side. This 4-unit raid is massive. So many going down. Nice wall, though, from Kido. So doesn't lose all of them. He would have lost so much more if the wall wasn't there. And the Baole are going to be jumping in, jumping up. 15 seconds left on that bad lad. Mosca is going to be getting the militia, but I think Kido's kind of going slow with taking the buildings out. So trying to take out, get your fire archers pretty close so that they can take out the dudes pretty quickly. The militia pretty quickly. Now, Mosca is going to get in a little bit of a problem where he's been on the aggression and he went for his back gold mine. Now, sometimes it doesn't matter, but this could be the difference maker. If he would have gone for this one first and now he's on this one, it's just so much easier to defend. I mean, this one isn't too far away, but still, he has his fortress up. It would have just been a bit nicer if he was on a forward one, moving back to the back gold mine. So we'll see what he manages to do there, or he can just do this. And just go, I'm going to sell resources for a little bit. Does he not have a market? His market's gone. But he can just drop a market down pretty quickly. Poseidon does have better market rates, which is wild. Alt instead of control. Oh, that mine's definitely changed. And Mosca, town center. Up on this side? I mean, what a... Like, if this would have been an early town center, we were talking about town centers for a while. That what a crap town center this is for an early one. Obviously, a 25-minute one, you want every town center you can really get. But it has nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nice wall coming up on this side. And there are the Tiger Cavalry waiting in the shadows for all these Mosca units to come through. They do have equipment to survive to the villagers of Mosca. So that is good. But the Heavy Hippias against the Tiger Cav, it looks like a fair fight, but the little dude jumps off the top of the horse for the Tiger Cavalry. So Mosca needs reinforcements, does have the hoplites. Hoplites, even with no Athena upgrades, no special areas upgrades, no nothing, just pure old, plain old hoplites with no upgrades are, well, with champion upgrades, no special upgrades, are just good. They're just good dudes. And that is it. That's Mosca secured. Had enough dudes back. Get a wall up here if he really wants to. Drop another fortress. As I said earlier, another nice fortress here would be a good option. And Mosca grab his 3 TCs. We said it'd go 3 TC. Grab his third town center. And start thinking of ways that he can attack into Kido. Kido has used a second lightning weapons. He's also used his Yinglong. He's used everything. If he's not going myth units, we can see there is an option to use something else at some point. You do have to worry about that one if you are Mosca. But Mosca is banking up the favor to use a ceasefire against something that's coming his way. So not a problem at all. You don't really want to go myth units against China, especially FuXi with how good Najar is. Like the Toxotes, look how much damage these guys are getting. Nice micro kiting back here. And the ceasefire is going to be forced to get the settlement up. Don't know if he needed that. Maybe he just felt he did need it. What's the buildings like? Hey, still a little bit. I don't know. For how late this is, 27 minutes in, not enough buildings up to repop super quick, or even just getting these levy upgrades. One big edge for China is his 6.4 military value with the same 190 pop. Yeah, their value, I mean, the Tiger Cav are crazy value, and their heroes, I mean, look at their heroes. This guy is insane. And Kido is coming back in. Well, these Toxotes going to focus. I think they're just attacking whoever's in front. Yeah, this is why you don't really want to use the ceasefire, as it's lightning weapons V3 coming in. Nice disengage, though, from the Toxotes. There is an axe cart for Kido that Mosca doesn't want to see, really. Does have his first upgrade, does have Masons, no Architects in, but Masons should be enough to hold on to it for a little bit longer to be able to get his units back in. Hoplites coming back on this backside. Looks like Kido kind of reshuffled, trying to go for the army instead of focusing the fortified town center with Masons. Polyphemus is, if we're saying how good the Chinese heroes are, Polyphemus, he's a bit of a guy. I mean, maybe he's going to go down pretty quickly. But when he gets onto some myth units and slaps them away, it can be pretty scary. But both these guys going for reusing god powers instead. Yang Xian will go down eventually. Look at this. 3k damage and 13 kills on that guy. What is it for the Naja? He's just the 2 heroes for FuXi carry so hard, even though they've been nerfed. I don't even know how many times. But one great option against them. Maybe this is why Mosca went for it all that time ago. It was probably for the Artemis earthquake. But there's poison damage. Taking down those heroes, you just need as much damage on them as possible. There's no bonus damage that you can get against normal heroes. So anything like poison damage is huge. Poison damage, or was it nerfed? Does it not go against the siege anymore? That's good. I know that before siege weapons, these wooden units could get poisoned and they'd go down super quick. So I'm kind of glad that was nerfed. Or forward castle, forward ballet, double forward ballet coming in. Hushar, he died, but he's back. Back with a vengeance. And Kido coming in, trying to deal some damage on the gold mine of Mosca. And again, Mosca coming in with the 5 Hippias raid. Heavy Hippias with some iron upgrades. So they're going to do pretty well. There are some halberdiers that can be printed out pretty quickly from Kido. Does have the equipment now. No, he doesn't. They are just still weak peasants. Anyway, that raid is going to be snuffed out. Double ballet on this bottom side. And what can Mosca do to really deal with this? He needs to get some siege out. He does have the Heliopolis, yet the poison damage is definitely not working there because it would be a funky green thing. In comes Polyphemus. And this is what we're saying when he comes in and just slaps everybody down. Just tanks for ages. Najjar tanking as well, running away. Both heroes go down. The garrison inside the Heliopolis keeps him alive. Now it's just Archer, backline versus backline, Archer versus Archer. I assume that was used on this one, the forest protection on this back one, because the front one is definitely going down. There's no Petropolis. Petropolis better against the forest protection just because of how the CC works. Unless the Heliopolis can just attack anyway. Maybe they can just attack anyway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're not running away. And now the Toxotes, it's really their time to shine. These 29 Toxotes have 7k damage. And this isn't counting all the ones that keep dying in these fights. Although Kido is doing a good job of stopping the town center from going up. That is really annoying. But that is 100 favor down the drain. Polyphemus coming over to just wail on this Kwafu, just beat him up. Take him down. But yes, it is true. The Kido army just got entirely wiped. It was just pure backline versus pure backline with a couple of hero chasers. And the Toxotes with the poison damage are going to win that every time. How much poison damage is it? Let's have a little cheeky look. So 1.5 over 6 seconds. So you're doing an extra 1.5 divine damage. I'm really surprised we don't see this more often. Exactly, Return of the Toxotes blob. That's it. OP. Here we go. This is what we this is what we were waiting for from Mosca. Getting all of his buildings down. This is it. And look how quickly these buildings shoot up thanks to his Aphrodite pick that he went earlier. So it's all for this moment where he can just spam up all these buildings. They go down. Militia come out. Militia tank all of the Chinese units. Toxotes in the back line. The damage dealers. So there are some wooden gates that the Heliopolis are getting a little bit confused with. Need to just manually task them to take down the wooden wall. I think he went to put them on the town center and is microing his Toxotes instead. Just needs to spot the unit that glows and just right-click him. That's literally it. Just spot the unit that glows, click on him, and he should go down relatively quickly. Okay, that was a pretty slow, relatively quick, but it did eventually go down. And now this is it. Spam war, just all the buildings. The guy with more buildings is going to do pretty well here. Champion upgrades do come in. I think there was iron as well. And the peasants do a pretty good job to take down the Heliopolis, to be honest. There is also only one gold mine remaining for Mosca, but there is trade on the backside. Even the Terracotta Riders coming out. You can use that once per TC. And Kido says he doesn't have enough. He was struggling to repop his army there, and Mosca does take it. So he did go for the 1 TC. I actually really liked that play. Kind of almost faked the early aggro. Saw that Kido was set up, went for that fast heroic. The Artemis timing was absolutely crucial and shows that the poison damage is still pretty good, to be honest. I mean, yeah.